am again, and today I'm going to make something that we really miss from New Jersey, because it happens that here in California there is no Colombian restaurants at all, and if you remember, my dear and handsome husband is from Colombia, so today I'm gonna make for him Pan de Bono. Pan de Bono is a bread, one of the most popular breads in Colombia. Normally, they serve them with a cup of hot cocoa or coffee as a snack. For this, we are going to use 8 ounces of maicena or 200 grams of maicena, 17 ounces of tapioca starch, which is known also as Yuca flour. Look at it. You can find it in the Latin American products in any single store. I bet that they sell these in Walmart. And if you cannot find it in Walmart, well, here in California we have Vallarta, so I bought it in Vallarta. We are going to use also 30 ounces of Mexican cheese. We need 2 eggs, 120 grams of butter, which is like 5 ounces of butter, 80 grams of sugar, 15 grams of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 cup of fresh milk. Now, we're also going to use 1 more egg to decorate the top of our bread, and we need like a tablespoon of butter to cover our trays so the pan de bono doesn't get stick in there. Alright, so let's start. I'm very excited about this recipe. Let's see how it comes, because it's the first time in my entire life that I make them. Let's see how they came out. There are 2 ways to make bread. You can use your blender if you have one industrial like this, or you can always make it by hand. I'm gonna cheat this time and I'm gonna make it with both of them, because bread needs to be touched with your hands. It likes to be touched like a baby, or it likes to be touched like a woman. You have to give it some loving. So I'm gonna start with my blender first. So for this, I'm gonna use the hook. You need a hook like this, otherwise your dough is gonna be a disaster. So if you don't have a hook like this and a blender like this, I recommend you to use only your hands. Okay, it's gonna be hard, but you are gonna make muscle and you are gonna give it more loving. As you can see, I already have my hook in my blender. So first step, we are going to put in our bowl all the dry ingredients. And when I say all the dry ingredients, I mean the salt, the baking powder, the sugar, the cornstarch, and also the yuca starch. Of course, you are supposed to put it in the bowl, not flying all over the bowl as I did. Now we are going to mix all our ingredients inside, so lock it and put it in low speed. A little more. A little more. Oh, no, not that much. Has to be in the number 2. Otherwise it's gonna fly all over the place as it just happened. Now we are going to add the shredded cheese. If you see, it's like crumbles, you see? So we are gonna add the whole thing. And then you mix everything. You can use a spatula to help you to keep all the ingredients in the bowl, not out of a bowl. I think this pan de bono is going to be very, very delicious. Now it's time to add the butter. Look at the butter, it's room temperature. Well, of course, room temperature here is 110 Fahrenheit. We are melting. But anyway, if it's cold where you are, well, leave it outside, and if it's too hard, just put it a couple of seconds in the microwave. This consistency is what we are looking for. Not too melted, but not too frozen. So just put it inside and mix. Now we are going to add 1 egg at a time. Now I want you to check the consistency of our dough. You see, it's like flaky, like the crumbs of the cheese. So now it's time to add the milk. But we are going to add the milk little by little because we don't want to put a lot of it. Just the necessary amount of milk to make the dough smoother. You'll see, more like a dough for bread. So add little by little milk and help it with the spatula to mix even. Now you can put the speed a little faster. Let's put it at 10. Now can you see the difference? It's more creamy. You see, it needs more milk, but I'm going to take it out of the bowl now so I can work it with my hands and give it some loving. Well, here we are now. Look at the dough. And what I did is to make the difficult part with a blender, and now I'm going to make the easy part with my hands so it doesn't make a lot of mess. Move it with your hands, and if you see, it's still a little flaky, so I'm going to add more milk. Just a little bit of milk, like 2 or 3 tablespoons more. Check the difference. Each time it's more creamy. What we want is that it doesn't come apart, that it's just like Play-Doh, exactly the same consistency as a brand new Play-Doh. That is what we want. Now you see, it's like a Play-Doh, but a Play-Doh that has been played a lot. It's a little dry, so need more loving and a little bit more milk. For the loving, I think it's time to take it out of the bowl. Get out! There we go. Now let's give it some loving. To add more milk, make a little hole in the center and put a little bit of milk, and then close the dough like this so the milk doesn't go all over the place. I have my tray with butter already here, so we are going to make little balls like the size of the palm of your hand. So you make the little ball like this. And then press just a little bit on top. Just a little bit. The size of your palm. And press. While you are working with your bread here, remember to preheat your oven at 200 centigrade degrees or 392 Fahrenheit. we are going to use for decoration. Just mix it perfectly. Paint with a brush your bread, the top of your bread, to give it some color. And the texture of the bread is different when you put the egg on top. It's just a little glow on top. That's all. The flavor is the same. Perfect! Look at them! They are beautiful! I'm going to put them in my oven for 20 minutes or until they are toasty on top. And check this out! Glorious gods of the seven kingdoms! I know how to bake pan de bono! Yahoo! I know how to bake pan de bono. Yeah, pan de bono. I know how to bake pan de bono. Woohoo! Now it's time to taste it. As I told you, pan de bono is perfect with hot cocoa or coffee, so I prepare my coffee for this special and delicious moment in my life. So first check the perfection of my pan de bono. Beautiful. So I'm gonna open it. ¡Ay, güey! Está bien caliente. It's soft. Look at this. Oh my God, this is perfect. The smell of the butter and the smell of the cheese. It's a cake. This is like having a little piece of Colombia at home. Mama Edith, I know how to bake pan de bono. You must be very proud of me. Mama Edith is my husband's mother. She bakes the best pan de bono ever. So now I know how to bake it. And you can see the consistency of the dough is very different because of the cheese. It's not like doughy like other breads. This is like a little gooey inside, but it's soft and tasty. And one thing that makes this bread perfect is that it's made with cornstarch and Yuca starch. That means that it's gluten-free. Can you believe this? Is gluten-free bread. Spectaculicious, delicious, and yummalicious. And Max, I promise, next time I go to Mexico, I'll prepare pan de bono for you. Spectacular! My negrito chulo is going to be very pleased. I love it. Well, my friends, this is all for today again. I hope you like this recipe because I'm super happy. Today was the first time I tried to bake pan de bono and it came out perfect. So that means that you are gonna bake it exactly the same way and it's gonna be awesome. Taste it. Thank you for watching. Share with your friends. Join my channel. I shoot you a kiss from the biggest part of my heart. My name is Victoria and see you next time. Adios.